in this series, we're going to the very south of Taiwan to check out 2 different little islands.
That's right, in the next few videos, you'll see my nice white shirt slowly get dirtier and dirtier as we travel to visit 2 very small islands off the southeastern coast of Taiwan. We'll be camping, hiking, swimming, scootering, and eating as usual, and this time we'll witness some of the most beautiful sights we've ever seen. As always, Olivia and I will be competing to see who can take the best photo of the trip. More about that later. The traveling wasn't easy. There was a typhoon looming overhead and we were operating on a shoestring budget that meant that we needed to camp instead of getting pampered at a hotel. One of the greatest adventures of my life all starts right now, so hit subscribe and welcome back to Vaans World.
Well, we made it to Taitung, along with the rest of Taiwan, it seems.
It's really busy.
This is insane.
Our goal for the evening was to figure out how to get from Taitung to Lanyu Island for the following day. Additionally, we needed to find food that could stay in our backpacks for camping.
Alright, so we made it. We can't check in till 3 at our hostel or whatever. But that's fine, we're gonna go eat that delicious, what is it? Teppanyaki?
Teppanyaki.
Yeah. And also, apparently there's a typhoon that's going by, which is why the sky looks so crazy right now. But our taxi driver said that it's just gonna miss us and go straight north anyway, so we don't have to worry. Which is good, because tomorrow we're going to Orchid Island, or Lanyu.
Yeah, Lanyu.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is the tiny island in the ocean, and probably not good to be there during a typhoon. So anyway, I think it's fun. Teppanyaki time.
This teppanyaki place is excellent. The spicy sauce that they prepare fresh to order is the best of what they have. You can add it to anything and it will taste amazing. I love this spot. It's worth checking out only if you plan to ask for some spicy sauce.
Oh, I'm telling you, that place, they do everything right. It might be nap time, honestly. We did not sleep that much last night. Or on the train. Yeah, it's nap time. What the?
早上7点跟12点半嘛。
Oh, so here's the thing. We're trying to book the ferries down to Lanyu or Orchid Island, but it's actually not that easy. It's pretty difficult. The websites are all in Chinese. People here don't even seem to know how to do it. So anyway, we know we have to get there because we have a campsite booked. We just don't know how to get there, but it's early yet and we don't have to leave till tomorrow. So that's the mission for right now. But it doesn't really matter. One way or another, we're gonna have a good time. We'll be camping. We've got a tent. We can sleep anywhere. It's not a big deal. So we were messing around tonight, and then it came into my brain that we actually didn't prepare any food for tomorrow. And we need to do this because, as you know, we're camping. So it's not like we're just gonna be surrounded by restaurants. The easy one to figure out are the noodles, right? They're like 10 NT, they're not even $1 Canadian. Some nuts. This is not the exciting part, by the way. Some beef jerky. We have some, what is probably like Spam, just disgusting meat in a can. And cream of chicken. Got some canned tuna. Got a couple cans of coffee. We couldn't find the powdered coffee in like small packages, so we're just gonna drink these. And then we've got some eggs. Well, stay with me here. I've got a pepper. Just hold on. And of course we got some oil. As you can probably tell by now, there's no way that I'm gonna put this in a backpack and take it onto an island. We have to break it down a little bit, and so we came up with the idea that the eggs would actually go into a little bottle. I would chop up the pepper, mix it with the eggs, and stuff them all inside these little bottles. And we have a camping knife to chop the vegetable. This knife here is a Maracniv, made in Sweden, and they're great. They're really cheap. They're really good starter knives. And this one is stainless steel, which isn't my preferred steel, but we are in a tropical country, so you don't want it to rust. Super easy to sharpen, and it holds an edge for a long time. That is one. I just realized there's probably been like 1,000 buttholes on here. We're gonna fry off the butthole. We'll sterilize the pepper so that there's no butthole in our mouths when we eat the eggs. It's pretty good. You realize now we're eating the butthole. We haven't sterilized it. So now I'll just squeeze out the air and close it. Two reasons for that. One, it makes the bottle smaller, but two, it creates suction. So if this does open up even a little bit, its first thing will want to be to pull air in and not push stuff out. This is more oil than I would use in a month at home, so clearly we're not taking this. I guess the rest of the oil, we'll just donate it to some kitchen, like some breakfast kitchen on the way to the thing tomorrow. We did get tickets, by the way, to the ferry. They leave at 12.
Oh, 12:30.
12:30 tomorrow. And what a ridiculous process that was. Ollie speaks Chinese, and it was still a ridiculous process to get tickets to the ferry, but we did it. This is everything that we could need and more for like months of camping, actually. We've got everything we need to be safe and sleep and be warm and eat and cook. Every time you come home, you empty your backpack, you look at all the things that you didn't use on that trip, and then you just never take them again. And if you keep doing that every time you travel, basically you can just get it down to one tiny little backpack. We're taking extra because it's vacation and we want to be comfortable. Good morning. We got some weird news for you. I will explain in just a second. So this morning at like 3 a.m. in the morning, they called Ollie's phone and told us that they're canceling all the ferries because there's a typhoon. And while the typhoon is basically missing us completely, it still does enough damage out in the ocean where the islands are, so the ferries can't run. So we're kind of stuck in Taitung for another day. Don't know what to do. So anyway, now we're just gonna eat this hotel food and figure out what the hell we're doing today. So wish us luck.
We managed to secure another night at the hostel, but it didn't stop us from feeling a little bummed. And so with no plans and nothing to work on, we just walked around Taitung, checking out all of the things there are to see under the eerily calm sky.
We definitely don't have these in Canada. I've not taken the opportunity to show you these, but they're just called everything stores as far as we know, and they do actually have everything. Right now we're in the basement and it's just all like different paper stocks. I'll show you around. Just watch.
The everything stores, as we call them, are spread across the country. They often look small at first until you wander in to find a whole anthill of tunnels and pathways that really do take you to about anything you could want. And for some reason, the amount of pens and pencils on display is always impressive. I'm not sure how many types of pens exist in the world, but I'm sure that most of them are here. If you like oddities and knickknacks, you might never leave.
That's some strong ass wind. Good thing we're not in the middle of the ocean right now. We're going to walk down to the beach to see what it's like. And it is sporadically very windy, so it should be interesting. Oh, the barbecue smells good.
It was a consistently strong and warm wind filled with salt from the ocean. It was oddly refreshing and created an interesting atmosphere. Yeah, definitely glad they canceled the ferry. These are not the kind of waves that you want to be a part of. All the salt from the ocean is hitting us so hard it actually hurts. It feels like freezing rain. And everything we own is just covered in salt. You can probably tell that the lens is a little bit foggy right now. Wow, that is powerful.
My glass, I can see.
Good morning. Today's the day.
75号，75号。
And finally get to go on the ferry and go to the island. Always a little bit nervous with boats, especially when they're driving 2.5 hours into the ocean.
Yep.
Right after a typhoon. If you look on Google Maps, a bus will take you 1 hour and 31 minutes. Walking will take you 1 hour and 20 minutes. And a taxi will take you 11 minutes. And check this shit out. Total chaos, and there's some dude throwing this shit off the top of the roof. He's been doing that for days. The process of collecting our ferry tickets and boarding the actual boat itself was a frustrating and laborious process that took nearly 3 hours. Combined with the 2.5 hour boat ride, it made for a long day in the heat. But I'll save you the pain of having to watch us suffer through that in the next episode, when we get to Orchid Island and set up camp for the next few days. Don't miss it, it's not all sunshine and lollipops over there. See you in the next one, folks. Don't forget to subscribe.